Egypt has strongly condemned the Israeli government's decision to halt humanitarian aid entry into Gaza and close key relief crossings. In an official statement, the Foreign Ministry denounced the move as a violation of the ceasefire agreement, international humanitarian law, and the Fourth Geneva Convention. Egypt emphasized that the use of starvation and blockade against civilians, especially during the holy month of Ramadan, is both unjustifiable and inhumane. Cairo called on the international community to take immediate responsibility in ending these unlawful measures and to reject political agendas pursued at the expense of innocent lives. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has denounced the Israelis' decision to halt humanitarian aid to Gaza, calling it blackmail and collective punishment against civilians. In a Foreign Ministry statement, Saudi Arabia condemned the Israelis' blockade of humanitarian aid, calling it a flagrant violation of international law amid the Palestinian humanitarian crisis. The kingdom urged the international community to end Israeli violations, enforce accountability, and ensure sustained aid delivery. Jordan has condemned the Israelis' decision to suspend the entry of humanitarian aid into Gaza and close the crossings used for this purpose. Jordan also called this move a blatant violation of the ceasefire agreement and the 1949 Fourth Geneva Convention on the protection of civilians during wartime. The Jordanian Foreign Ministry spokesperson emphasized the need for Israel to stop using starvation as a weapon, especially during Ramadan, and urged the international community to enforce the ceasefire and ensure humanitarian aid access. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called for the immediate resumption of humanitarian aid to Gaza after Israel announced a halt on goods and supplies to the besieged Gaza Strip. Guterres urged the prompt resumption of aid and the release of all detainees, while urging all parties to make necessary efforts to avoid a return to hostilities in Gaza.
Entire communities reduced to rubble, hospitals and schools destroyed. We must spare no effort.
Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati has confirmed that Egypt's Gaza's reconstruction plan is now complete and will be presented at the Emergency Arab Summit on March the 4th. The plan aims to ensure the Palestinians remain on their land while securing international support and funding for its implementation. On the ceasefire negotiations, Abdulati reaffirmed Egypt's ongoing efforts to maintain the truce and push forward with the second phase of talks. He emphasized the importance of safely executing the January ceasefire agreement. Following the Arab Summit, he announced that a ministerial meeting of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Saudi Arabia will work to secure global recognition of the summit's decisions.